So let's take a look at this journal post-surgery. Just look at the areas that we worked on. Okay, washi tape there. I think the glue should have been dried by now for all these pages. Yeah, that looks fine. There we go. Looks good. Let's see. Yep, the lace covered the main issue up. And we may have to go into a minor second surgery, but I think the major holes have been stitched up, or rather glued over and covered. Right? So the main hole was on this side. There is minor holes and on the right here, but I think it's fine. I don't want to overdo the covering up. So here, that looks good. See, there's still a bit of minor holes, but like I said, I don't want to overdo the covering up. Just see how it goes like this. That looks good. This didn't need any stitching. I mean covering up, because it's camouflaged by the grass and the flowers, so we can leave that as is. We'll get back to this in a second. This looks good, nicely covered up, and there's a contrast between vintage and the pink there. That looks fine. That's covered up. These two holes are covered up. That looks fantastic. I feel that the glue is still a bit wet in this one, so I'll leave the parchment paper in this one. Still let that glue dry up, let the journal all heal up from the surgery. Okay, put some of this down here. That looks good, nice and dry for the most part. Ooh, I did not, you know what, maybe I should parchment on this one. But that didn't get ruined or anything, it's fine. It just felt like it got stuck a little bit here. That looks like that's dry. This looks dry. And we get to the center page. So it's all looking pretty good. Very good, as a matter of fact. It looks so much better with all the holes covered up. It does look a lot better. And it looks like the errors were never made, and that I just had decided to just add a little bit of embellishment in the center, towards the center of the, you know, the crease of the pages there. Looks, oh my gosh, looks really, really good. Fantastically well. Like I said, there's certain areas that I could still, this still seems a little bit wet. We'll let that glue dry a bit. Let the journal heal up a little bit on that page. It's looking a lot better. A lot better. I can't see any of the major holes at all. Again, maybe this one. You know what, the right side. I think I want to, you know what, let's add something here. Let's think about adding something there. Let's maybe do this pink one here. Oh, it's just a little, maybe, should it, maybe look a little bit. Cut a longer piece of it, why not? Yeah, I know it just needs, you know, a shorter piece, but why not make it a long piece? It's, you know, decorative now at this point, right? Just put a bit of glue on the washi so that it just sticks a little bit better. And now we will stick it. It's a bit harder because this is one of the first pages, and I want to kind of stick it closer to the edge. There, see? And I want to kind of really like put that in there. So we're doing additional surgery here, or there. Put the parchment paper so the glue dries nice and clean, right? Okay. I did want to go back to this page, this music page that was tearing even before, you know, because I flipped through this page. It's such a delicate vintage page. I do want to, you know, what I'm going to do, I'm going to washi up this whole side, maybe, potentially. What? This is my Tim Holtz washi. Let's stick with the washi tape that I have been using in some of the pages. Now I'm trying to decide whether I should do the whole strip or just the top and then fold it over. But then if I fold it over, it's going to cover this. I'm not sure if I want to do that. I like the way the music notes look here. So what if I just cover the half here? Let's do that. Let's just cover the half. And because it's delicate music pages, let's just see how it works without doing the extra glue on the washi. Like I said, because the pages are very delicate, maybe just plain washi might work on it. I'm just gonna literally, okay, literally just go, okay, how wide do I want it? Just, you know what, I'm not gonna overthink it. I'm just gonna cut it somewhere around here. And just kind of tape it where it makes sense. Well, I kind of have to think about it, but you know what? I want to do it this way. I kind of flip it up like that because I don't want to fold it over. It doesn't make sense to fold it over. Just go to the very edge. There. 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 Does that not look way better? And that way when I'm flipping the page, it no longer will tear. And I'm thinking just putting the washi on one side might work. We'll just leave it as is. And then eventually if it still is tearing this page, then maybe I can just washi this tape up later on. But I think having the washi on one side looks fine. Right. And like I said, I don't want to over embellish it with washi. So I think it's looking pretty good. Looks so much better, doesn't it? Without the holes in there. I'm so pleased at how this turned out. Like I said, there's certain pages that are still wet. It looks like it's the pages with the lace on it. It just needs a bit more drying, the glue. And I did add this new piece of washi on this edge here. So we'll let that dry it as well. But for the most part, actually, I'm overall in its entirety. I'm very, very, very happy. Like even this design, it looks like it was part of the design, eh? Putting this heart-shaped washi there. It really fits with the journal, where, you know, I would not have thought of that if it weren't for the mishap with the hole. So I'm so thrilled at the way this has turned out. It has really added to the character of the journal and made the journal look that much better. I'm so pleased. I am so pleased.